Hello everyone, my name is Colin Darnell, and this is my informative speech about football. In my speech, I'm going to talk about the evolution of football, the basic rules, the positions on both offense and defense, the different skill levels, and then finally where the game is heading for the future. The first football game was played October 3rd, 1920, and that's where we're going to begin. The evolution of football. The first ever professional football game was played October 3rd, 1920. In that game, players wore leather helmets for protection, and that was really it. Over time, equipment has advanced, and every player is very protected. The NFL has also expanded its teams. It started with 14 in 1920, and there are now 32 teams in 2020. Each team is allowed 53 players on a roster, and only 46 dress for a game. Over time, almost everything about the NFL has changed drastically. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the positions on offense and defense. So there are 22 players on the field altogether at all times, 11 players on offense, and then 11 players on defense. On offense, you have your 5 linemen usually, so you'll have a center, a right guard, a left guard, a right tackle, and then a left tackle. You have 2 guys out wide on each side, so you're going to have a slot and then a wide receiver, then you have a slot and another wide receiver, and then last but not least, you're going to have your quarterback and your running back in the backfield. Okay, on defense, you have 4 defensive linemen, and those guys are usually going to be lined up across from the offensive lineman. Behind the defensive lineman, you're going to have usually 3 linebackers, and then behind your linebackers, you're going to have 2 safeties, and then finally you're going to have a corner on the right and then a corner on the left. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the different levels of football. So the first level of football is going to be Pee Wee, and this is for very small children who are just learning the basics of football. No tackle yet, just learning the basics. Next is going to be flag football, and this is for kind of your semi-older kids that know the basics of football, but cannot tackle yet. Next is going to be youth league, and youth league is whenever kids actually start to tackle. Your kids are more advanced at football, and they know more what they're doing. After youth league is going to be middle school football, and middle school really isn't much different from youth league. The only difference is that kids are probably just competing for more. It means more. It's for their school, you know. Okay, next is high school, and in my opinion, this is one of the most hyped up sporting events across America. In 2018 to 2019, 1 million boys played high school football. That's a large number. As we up in the levels of football, less players make it to the next level. So in a recent study, 6% of high school seniors, that's 1 in 16, will play football in college. The final level of football is the professional level, and this is one of the toughest leagues to make. The NCAA completed a study that revealed only 1.6% of college athletes, mainly in football, will go on to play in the professionals. Okay, finally, where football is headed. Over the course of the past 100 years, football has changed so much. The game is now much safer. Equipment is amazing. Football officials are now keeping a close eye on hits to the head and stuff like that can really mess you up. Players are now taking a political stand, not only in the NFL, but in the collegiate level, whether that be not standing for the flag, this and that, you know. I believe that football in general is only getting better for us, and it's becoming way safer. And obviously, safety is the main goal. So So here I've got with me just a few things. I've got this game ball that I got the first game of my senior year, and then I'm wearing a jersey from my freshman year, so this is pretty old, it's pretty small on me. And then I've got 2 jerseys that I've got. That's it. Thank you.